There was a moment when your cat decided that, not gradually, not over weeks of warming up, a specific moment in a specific place at a specific time when something shifted, when the cat that was watching you became the cat that chose you. Most people miss it entirely, or they notice something and don't understand what they're seeing, or they look back later and realize exactly when it was, and wish they had known in the moment what it meant. In this video, we're going to show you exactly what that moment looks like, what your cat was doing, what was happening inside it, and the 7 signs that the decision has already been made, even if you missed it when it happened. Sign 5 is the one that happens when your cat thinks you're not watching, and it's the clearest proof the choice has already been made. There was a moment when your cat decided that, not gradually, not over weeks of warming up, a specific moment in a specific place at a specific time when something shifted, when the cat that was watching you became the cat that chose you. Most people miss it entirely, or they notice something and don't understand what they're seeing, or they look back later and realize exactly when it was, and wish they had known in the moment what it meant. In this video, we're going to show you exactly what that moment looks like, what your cat was doing, what was happening inside it, and the 7 signs that the decision has already been made, even if you missed it when it happened. Sign 5 is the one that happens when your cat thinks you're not watching, and it's the clearest proof the choice has already been made. Most people assume that a cat's bond with a person develops gradually, that it is a slow accumulation of feedings and interactions and cohabitation that eventually tips into something resembling attachment. The science tells a different story. Research into feline territorial bonding and social attachment indicates that cats make their primary social assessments rapidly, often within the first days of cohabitation, and that these assessments tend to be durable. A cat does not slowly warm to a person over months. A cat observes, evaluates, and at a specific point in that evaluation, makes a decision. The warming you see over time is not the decision being made. It is the decision being expressed. The decision itself is made in a moment. A convergence of sensory data, olfactory, auditory, visual, tactile. It crosses a threshold the cat carries internally and produces a shift in the cat's behavioral orientation toward you. Before that moment, the cat is assessing. After it, the cat has chosen. And everything that comes after is the cat living in alignment with that choice. Understanding this changes how you see your cat's entire history with you. There was a moment, and you can probably identify it once you know what to look for. Your cat did not warm to you slowly. It assessed you, and then it decided. The moment of choosing is not always dramatic. In fact, it almost never is. That is part of why people miss it. It does not look like your cat running to you. It does not look like an obvious display of affection. It looks often like a very small thing. And that small thing is this: your cat changes direction. It was moving one way, going about its business. And then, without any apparent external prompt, it changes course and comes toward you, not because you called, not because food is being prepared, not because anything visible has changed. It simply turns and comes. This redirection is the behavioral expression of the internal threshold being crossed. Your cat has been running continuous environmental assessment, and you have just cleared the bar. Whatever it needed to confirm, your scent, your vocal pattern, the specific quality of your stillness in that moment, registered as sufficient, as chosen. Many owners, looking back, can identify a specific incident like this. A quiet evening, a moment of sitting still, a specific look their cat gave them, and then the cat came and settled, and something felt different after that. Not different in a way they could name, just different. That was the moment. Before we get to sign 3, sign 5 is the one that surprises everyone, because it happens when you're asleep. Stay with us. The moment your cat decided was probably quiet, and probably happened when you weren't trying. Sign 1. Your cat sits in the same room as you, not because the food is there, not because the sunspot is there, but because you are there. It recalibrates its position in the home around yours. This is the first and most consistent behavioral expression of the choice having been made. Sign 2. Your cat makes eye contact and holds it. Not the alert, scanning gaze of assessment. The soft, sustained eye contact of familiarity. The gaze that doesn't need to check the exit. A cat that has not chosen you does not hold your gaze. A cat that has chosen you does, and will slow blink, and wait to see if you slow blink back. Sign 3. Your cat changes its behavior when it thinks you aren't watching. This is the one we mentioned, and it is perhaps the most revealing sign of all. When your cat believes it is not being observed, when you are still and quiet and appear absorbed elsewhere, it will orient toward you. Not dramatically. A head turn, a slight shift of body position, a few quiet steps closer before stopping. It is checking on you without asking to be seen doing it. This is surveillance behavior directed at a chosen individual. Your cat is monitoring you not out of anxiety, but out of investment. It has decided you matter, and it tracks what matters. Your cat checks on you when it thinks you aren't looking. That is not coincidence. That is love in the only language it has. Sign 4. Your cat brings you something from the periphery of its territory and places it near you. We have discussed this behavior in other videos, the gift-bringing that most people interpret as play. But there is a specific version of this behavior that appears after the choice has been made. Your cat brings something to the space you occupy most, not to the kitchen, not to the hallway, to the couch where you sit, to the rug in front of your chair, to the doorway of your bedroom. It is marking your space as part of its inner territory, including you in the map of what belongs to it. This is a territorial expression of social bonding, and it only happens toward individuals the cat has categorized as chosen. Sign 5. Your cat sleeps in a location that maximizes its proximity to you while maintaining enough distance to monitor. Not always on top of you, not always touching you, but positioned often with visible sight lines to where you sleep or sit or spend your most consistent time, in a way that is clearly not random. The choice of sleeping location in a cat that has made its decision is an expression of that decision. It places itself where it can keep you in range. The place your cat sleeps is a declaration. It shows that position because of you. Sign 6. Your cat greets you differently than it greets others. This is one of the clearest observable signs that the choice has been made, and one of the easiest to identify if you pay attention. When you return home, your cat's greeting is specific. Tail up. Possible trill vocalization. A direct approach rather than a wait and see. It may rub against your legs, or wind through them, or simply position itself at your feet and look up. When others arrive, even others it knows well, The greeting is different. Lower energy, more cautious, less direct. The quality of the approach tells you everything about the category the arriving person occupies in your cat's social map. You are not in the category of familiar person. You are in the category of chosen person. And the greeting reflects that every time you come home. Sign 7. Your cat tolerates from you what it tolerates from no one else. The specific behaviors your cat accepts from you, touches in places it moves away from with others, being picked up when it would resist the same from strangers, being disturbed during sleep without immediately relocating, represent the operational evidence of the choice. The threshold of acceptable intrusion is different for you because you are different, because it decided. Your cat holds you to a different standard because it placed you in a different category, the one it chose. There is a moment most cat owners can identify once they know what they are looking for. A quiet evening, usually. You are not trying to engage your cat. You are simply present, reading or watching something, or sitting still in the ordinary way people sit, still in their homes. And your cat, which had been doing its own thing in another part of the room or across the house, came to you. Not because anything called it, not because the routine demanded it, because something crossed. Because in the accumulated data of its days with you, something reached sufficiency. And it came. Maybe it settled next to you and didn't ask for anything. Maybe it slow blinked from across the room and you slow blinked back. Maybe it placed its paw on your knee and left it there. Maybe it was something so small you almost didn't notice. But the quality of what came after was different. The cat that had been in your home became the cat that was in your life. The animal that shared your space became the animal that chose your company. That moment has already happened for you. It happened before this video, before you started wondering about it. Your cat made its decision and has been living in alignment with it every day since. You were chosen. The evidence has been there every day. You just needed someone to show you what to look for. Can you identify the moment? The specific one, the evening, the look, the small thing that happened, and then everything was different? Tell me in the comments. Tell me what your cat did, when it was, what you remember about it. I want to know. And someone reading your words tonight is going to recognize their own moment in what you describe. If this video helped you see your cat's history with you differently, share it with someone who loves their cat. They have a moment too. They might not know it yet. And the next video is about something that happens every time your cat walks through a room. Something it is actively doing to every surface it passes, for reasons that go back 40 million years. You will never watch your cat move through your home the same way again. I'll see you there.